6 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister says the mafia in the country is using various tactics to pressurize institutions to protect their money laundering. The government has decided to set up China-Pakistan Economic Corridor Authority to upgrade the existing structure for focused execution of projects. The Parliamentary Secretary for Foreign Affairs has stressed for greater people-to-people contacts between Pakistan and India for normalization of relations. The second round of talks between Pakistan and India on Kartarpur Corridor will be held at the Wagah border tomorrow. Kashmir Martyrs' Day is being observed today with the pledge to continue the mission of the martyrs till the achievement of their goals. The final of the ICC Cricket World Cup 2019 will be played between England and New Zealand at Lord's in London tomorrow. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says the mafia in the country is using various tactics to pressurize the institutions to protect their money laundering. In a tweet today, he said, in a similar vein to the Sicilian mafia, the Pakistani mafia uses tactics of bribery, threats, blackmail, and begging to pressurize state institutions and the judiciary in order to protect their billions of money laundering stashed abroad. The government has decided to set up China-Pakistan Economic Corridor Authority to upgrade the existing structure for speedy and focused execution of projects. This was announced by the Minister for Planning and Development, Khusro Bakhtiar, while addressing a joint news conference along with the Special Assistant on Information, Firdaus Ashikawan, in Islamabad this afternoon. He said a bill to this effect will soon be introduced in the Parliament. The minister said the authority will work under the Ministry of Planning and Development, and specialists in various sectors will work with a focused and scientific approach. He said the two countries have also decided to establish Pakistan-China Business Council with a view to include people from the private sector to implement industrial and agricultural development projects under the second phase of CPAC. Khusro Bakhtiar said $8.5 billion ML1 railway track project has been divided into three phases, and the preliminary design of the project was designed during the last visit of the Prime Minister to China. He said the project will contribute to materializing the dream of regional connectivity through Pakistan. The minister said Gwadar master plan is being finalized, under which Gwadar will emerge as an attractive smart port of the world. He said various projects are being executed in Gwadar under the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. In response to another question, he said Prime Minister Imran Khan's visit to Washington will open a new chapter of relations between the two countries. Speaking on the occasion, the Special Assistant on Information, Dr. Firdaus Ashikawan, said courts are the appropriate forum to respond to the issues being faced by the leadership of the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz and not workers' conventions. Dr. Firdaus Ashikawan said the country cannot move forward if taxes are not collected. She said collection of taxes is necessary to run the affairs of the country. She told a questioner there is complete freedom of expression in the country and the propaganda in this regard is baseless. She said all media persons have unprecedented freedom to express their views. The Minister for Railways, Sheikh Rashid Ahmed, says a special train will ply from Lahore to Mianwali and inaugurated on the 19th of this month. Addressing a press conference in Lahore today, the minister said the Pakistan Railways is moving on the track of progress and development, while cameras are being installed in railway engines to look into the causes of the accidents. Expressing deep grief and sorrow over the loss of 24 precious lives in the Akbar Express train accident at Rahim Yar Khan, the minister said a system is being implemented in the railways under which the responsible staff of the accident will be punished within 1 month. He said a 4-member investigatory committee has been constituted to look into the matter. The Parliamentary Secretary for Foreign Affairs, Andalib Abbas, has stressed for greater people-to-people contacts between Pakistan and India to normalize bilateral relationship. She was speaking at the first round of Track 2 Pakistan-India dialogue in Islamabad today. The Parliamentary Secretary said 717 million youths on both sides of the border are a ray of hope, and by bringing them together, a paradigm shift can be brought in the bilateral relationship of the two countries. Andalib Abbas said there also exists greater trade potential between Pakistan and India, which needs to be explored for a better future of the region. The Parliamentary Secretary said Prime Minister Imran Khan has consistently been giving the message of peace to India. She said war is not a solution to any problem, and conflicts can only be resolved through peace and negotiations. This is Radio Pakistan. The second round of talks on Kartarpur corridor will take place at the Wagah border, Lahore, tomorrow. Spokesperson Foreign Office, Dr. Mohammad Faisal, will lead the Pakistan delegation at the talks. Both the sides will discuss the draft agreement for finalizing the modalities of Kartarpur corridor. The first meeting on Kartarpur corridor was held on the 14th of March this year. Work on the Kartarpur corridor on Pakistan side is in full swing. 70% work on Gurdwara complex has been completed. Pakistan has also completed the construction of border terminal and the road. The Kashmir Martyrs' Day is being observed today on both sides of the line of control and all over the world. The main purpose of the observance of this day is to reaffirm the pledge to continue the mission of the martyrs till the achievement of inalienable right to self-determination. The day is marked by a complete shutdown and a march towards Naqshband Sahib in Srinagar, where the martyrs of 1931 are buried. The call for the shutdown in the march was given by the Joint Resistance Leadership. In Azad Jammu and Kashmir, the day dawned with special prayers for the souls of the martyrs, solidarity and prosperity of Pakistan, and early liberation of occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Protest rallies, demonstrations, and seminars were held throughout the state to pay homage to those hundreds of thousands of martyrs who laid their precious lives for the cause of freedom. Meanwhile, the Indian authorities have imposed restrictions in Srinagar to prevent a march towards Martyrs' Graveyard at Naqshband Sahib in Srinagar today. On the other hand, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference Chairman Sayyid Ali Gilani has been under house detention since 2010. The authorities have also placed Chairman Hurriyat Forum Mirwais Umar Farooq under house arrest. In Afghanistan, 26 militants have been killed during operations in northern Jawzjan and Takhar provinces. According to official sources, 20 militants were killed when a group loyal to the Taliban launched massive attack to take control of Karkeen district of Jawzjan province. In another incident, 6 militants were killed during government's crackdown operations in various villages of Takhar province. A number of Taliban have also been arrested. Meanwhile, an American service member was killed in Kabul today. In a statement, the NATO-led Resolute Support Mission gave no further details. Russia delivered a fresh shipment of advanced air defense equipment to Turkey today, continuing to implement a deal that is likely to trigger American sanctions against a NATO ally. The Turkish Defense Ministry said a fourth Russian cargo plane landed at the Murtid air base near the Turkish capital Ankara a day after 3 huge Russian Air Force AN-124 planes offloaded equipment at the base. In Iraq, 9 Daesh militants were killed in an airstrike by the US-led coalition in Nanwa province today. In a brief statement, the Joint Operations Command said coalition aircraft attacked Daesh's hideout at a valley in western part of the province, which was completely destroyed. In India, 3 people were killed and a few others injured after a massive fire broke out inside a rubber factory in the capital, New Delhi. The police sources said the fire broke out at a factory in Shadara's Jhilmil industrial area. And now cricket, the final of the ICC Cricket World Cup 2019 will be played between England and New Zealand at Lord's in London tomorrow. And finally, the weather. Widespread rain, thunder showers with windstorm are expected in Azad Kashmir, Islamabad, Rawalpindi, Sargodha, Gujranwala, Faistabad, Lahore, Malakka, and Hazara, Peshawar, Mardan, Kohad, Bannu divisions during the next 24 hours. Heavy falls are also expected at isolated places in Hazara, Rawalpindi, Gujranwala, Lahore divisions, Islamabad, and Kashmir. Hot and humid weather is expected elsewhere in the country. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.